I love our God. He has a message for us every day. You know, He is speaking. As Francis Schaeffer said, He is here and He is not silent. And He's just wanting for us to listen to Him. And see, if we choose not to listen to Him, and that's the freedom of choice that He has given to us. People say, well, I don't understand why there's evil in the world. Well, I do. God has given to you and me a godlike quality called freedom of choice. We get to choose whether we're going to do righteously or whether we're going to do evil. Well, the world has never been a friend of God. The world has never been a friend of grace. Since the divine rebellions and the human rebellions, the world has been at enmity with God. The Bible tells us that. And I want to read to you a passage from Psalm 83 today, and it could be ripped right out of the headlines of our day. The psalmist Asaph writes, O God, do not keep silence. Do not hold your peace or be still. In other words, God, get involved. For behold, your enemies make an uproar. Man, I'll tell you, when you see rioting and looting and killing of babies and the slaughtering of the Word of God, where wrong is now right and right is now wrong, can I tell you what that is? That's an uproar against God. That's an uproar against the Creator. He said, those who hate you have raised their heads. Man, I'll tell you what, there's an evil, wicked system that hates God. You're either for God or you're against God. There's really no middle ground. Then he says, they lay crafty plans against your people. Crafty plans. They consult together against your treasured ones. And you know, on September the 4th, Dr. John MacArthur and the Grace Community Church, they go to court once again, this time to plead their case concerning their right, their God-given right to meet together, to assemble and worship. Yeah, the county the county of Los Angeles has tried to prohibit them from meeting even before this date, and they've been unsuccessful. And but what they did do is they have now retracted a 45-year parking lot agreement with Grace Community Church. The church has rented that parking lot from the city, the county, for 45 years. And since the county hasn't been able to win yet, they want to strike again at Grace Community Church so that its people will not have a place to park. Let me tell you what that is. That is called government overreach, and that's called government tyranny. And even if you're not a believer, that ought to concern you, because if the government can do it to one group of people, then the government will do it to any group of people whenever a wicked, evil ruler, governor, mayor, takes the notion that's what they want to do. So I want to encourage you to pray for favor to be released upon Grace Community Church, that even the prosecuting attorney would realize this is not something he or she needs to be doing, that the judge would recognize we're not going to touch this, and that they will rule righteously, that the judge will rule righteously and in favor of Grace Community Church. Because I'll tell you, if Grace loses, it's a loss for every church in America. They're on the front lines. But if they win, it's a win for every church in America. Asaph goes on. He says, fill their faces with shame that they may seek your name, O Lord. And that's our desire. That's our heart. That's my heart prayer, is that those who are laying crafty plans against the people of God, those who are consulting against the treasured ones of God, that their faces would be filled with shame to such a degree that their response would be to turn to the Lord, because we want everybody to know our God, because He's a great and merciful God. He says that they may know that you alone, whose name is the Lord, are the Most High over all the earth. This is our time under the sun to live for Jesus, and let's live large and live for His glory. God bless you.